Good evening, everyone, and welcome to tonight's webinar. I trust we had a great day today. So, if you are here and you're active online, just react to this. Thank you very much, online. Thank you to Missy.
No be as like this. Just have it, baby. No, you don't need that. I feel like you don't need that.
Okay, good evening, everyone, and welcome to tonight's webinar where we'll be taught on how to avoid land scam in Nigeria, brought to you by Land Republic. I'm your host for tonight. My name is Ajayi Erioluwa, and I'm the moderator for tonight's webinar. And before we dive in, I'd like us to give ourselves a round of applause for being here tonight. I'm so happy to see everyone here. For those that will still join, don't you to clap for yourselves. Thank you for showing up because it's not easy. Yes, I know everyone has gone to work and now everyone is back here. By the end of this session, you are going to be equipped basically with everything you need to know about how to avoid land scam in Nigeria, and you'll be well equipped actually to avoid the traps and also to make smart practice decisions. So yeah, land scam is everywhere. People get scammed everywhere at every aspect. If you want to buy clothes online, there are scammers everywhere. You want to buy a shoe, they will scam you. You want to buy anything, they will scam you. So now we're talking about land scam. And land scam is actually a big deal. But tonight we are going to be trashing it out, like breaking it down to everyone to know do's and don'ts of getting a property, how to avoid land scam, how not to start crying when they scam you. So yeah, we have two amazing speakers here tonight who are like they are gurus in real estate when it comes to real estate. They are great people and they are going to teach us how to be a property guru, the things to watch out for when getting a land, and how to avoid a land scam. They'll also be sharing their life stories because, and I know that by the end of this class, you'll be saying this webinar tonight, you'll be saying, thank God I attended this webinar. So, firstly, let's meet the stars of tonight's show. The very first person I'll be introducing, our very own dear CEO of Land Republic, Dr. Victor Adegbile is the CEO of Land Republic. Our President General of Land Republic is going to be talking with us tonight on how to avoid land scam in Nigeria. Going to be helping us decode it, telling us the A to Z of everything we need to know. And the second person is our dearest Esusa, right? She has helped countless people to avoid falling into the scam of land. She's also a real estate expert and she's also here tonight and she'll be speaking with us. So yeah, can we give them a virtual round of applause wherever you are? Just give them a virtual round of applause. Thank you so much, everyone. So yeah, let's get into it. Dr. Victor Adegbile, you're welcome. Let's have you, Sam.
Hello, good evening, everyone. So, while let's wait for like 2 minutes so that we will start exactly by 9:10 or so. invite your friend. I think you should make a screenshot of this conversation, send it to the group, let everybody know that we are here. Send it to your prospect, let them come on board, let them come and learn one or two things. You understand how to not lose money in this hard economy. So before I speak, I'm going to bring someone on board. I know she's not on the flyer, but then I mean who better do justice to this topic rather than our amazing lawyer, our in-house lawyer in La Republic, person of barrister Oluwatomisi. So Tomisi, so you are going to talking first, followed by Sosa. Then I will round up the whole conversation.
Okay, thank you very much, sir.
All right.
All right, good evening, everybody. So let's just wait till 7:10, as Dr. Victor has said, and then I will start off from there.
Don't put yourself their money.
All right, so it is 7:10. Let's welcome Oluwatomisi Adekoke, our very own lawyer at Land Republic. Yeah.
All right, good evening, everybody. Thank you so much. Thank you for the opportunity to be here. So I will just be speaking for the next 15 minutes, and then I would hand over to the next speaker. All right, so quickly, let's just go straight into it. So our topic today is how to avoid land scams in Nigeria. And I think, as Arielu had said before, land scams is one of the most common scamming schemes, in the country currently. A lot of people are victims of land scams, and the reason why some people don't even want to invest in real estate anymore is because they've been scammed before. A lot of people have bad experiences. So that's what this training is going to try to help you now. So the first thing is you have to ask the right questions. And before you ask the right questions, you have to know what the right questions are. So now, what makes it important is whether the land you need to know what kind of land it is. Is it a communal land? Is it a family land? Is it an individual land? Is it government revocation? Is it acquisition? You need to have information about the land you are trying to get. If someone comes to you and says, oh, you as a real estate agent or you as a customer, if someone says, oh, I want to sell a property to you, you have to know, how does this person have the right to sell to me? What kind of land is it? Yeah, and so one thing that is very common is that a lot of people are very lazy, or they trust people so much that they forget that they have a responsibility to make sure that they protect their own interests. So now, for example, you buy a property, you don't even bother visiting where this land is. You don't know if it is dry. They've told you it's dry land, but you haven't seen that it is dry land. They've told you that the property is in Ekpe. You don't know, maybe it is the outskirts of Ekpe or it is actual Ekpe, and then the person that was selling just said Ekpe to entice you. So you need to be able to go and visit the property. Also, you need to ask for things like a survey on the property. A survey on the property shows the actual location of that property. It shows the size of the property. It shows the beacon numbers. It shows that the government is aware that this land even exists. Yes, so those are the very first questions you need to ask. What kind of property is it? Is it a communal land? Is it a family land? Does it belong to an individual? Is it an estate? Is it revocation? Is it an acquisition? Yeah. And then the next thing is you need to verify land ownership and title. Now, verifying land ownership and title is in two ways, or is divided into two. First of all, you need the help of a lawyer to help you go and search at the land registry, or if the land is a registered one at the land registry, that means it's not communal land or it's not family land. Now you need to search at the land registry and say, okay, this is this property with certain numbers, page number, volume, and I want to confirm that this land belongs to this person, or if ownership has not been changed. Now, in fact, this service that you need a lawyer to do, you can as well do it yourself. Once you reach out to the person that wants to sell to you and you say, oh, please, I need the survey plan number, or please, I need the registered deed number, they would avail that to you. They may not avail their documents to you, but once they give you those numbers, you can go to the land registries, wherever these properties are situated, and go and verify the title of the land. That is one part. Now, the second part is investigation. The law actually demands or requires that you go and investigate that property. It is not just somebody told you that you're getting a property for so amount and then you just paid and that is it. No. You are supposed to go to where that property is and go and confirm. There are people living around there. There are people residing there. There are people whose businesses are there. Go and make inquiries. Oh, is it true that this property belongs to so and so? I hope there's no dispute over the property. I hope that this place is not a swampy area. I hope that this place is it will fit the purpose for which I want to use it for. Just go and make inquiry. Like I said, it is not enough to trust your sales partner. You have the responsibility of going to visit the property and protect your interest. So basically, in law, what they call that is a patent defect. So they expect that you go to the property and make sure that everything that your eyes can see, you check it. If it is the size of the land, though, if it is that the place is for farming instead of residential purposes, or if the place is for if it is a coastal area, or is for government, or is a military zone, you have to go and confirm. So yes, I've spoken about verifying land ownership and title. Now, carrying out due diligence. This is the second part of it, and there are certain documents that you would require to carry out your due diligence. The first being your deed of assignment. A deed of assignment is a title document. It is a proof of ownership document. Now, every other thing I'm going to tell you aside from a deed of assignment, they are not title documents. They are just proof of ownership documents. Like, what that means is they support your ownership. They are not the proof that you have ownership. They just support your ownership. Now, your deed of assignment is issued when you have been transferred title of a property. So now, as a sales partner, you want to be asking the person that is selling the land, do you have a deed of assignment on this property showing who you bought the land from? Or if it is not, now also, deed of assignment will not apply if it is a family or a communal land, because it means that the title has never been transferred. But as far as a title has been transferred before, there will be the existence of a deed of assignment. So now, as a sales partner, you're going to be asking, oh, is there a deed of assignment? Can I see the deed? Now, they may not want to give you that deed, and that's why there are now other documents they call proof of ownership documents. And the very first one there is a registered survey. A registered survey is going to map out exactly where that property is, and is going to map out the name on the property, is going to map out the date that property was registered, is going to map out the location of that property, is going to map out the beacon numbers. So it is something that you can go and verify. Somebody gives you a survey, you can give it to another surveyor or go to the Surveyor General's office in whichever state you are and go and confirm that it is a lodge survey. You confirm that, oh, this person is the true owner of the property. Now, history of land, that's the third one. That is another proof of ownership. Like I said before, you will not have a deed of assignment if it is a communal or family land because title has never been transferred. But you will have history. You would have people saying, oh, our father's father owns this land, our our Adegoke family owns this property, they are known for this property in this particular place, they've been known as hunters or they've been known as farmers, that kind of thing. You have to go and find out the history on a property. Now, the second one is receipts of payment. For a situation where title has been transferred before, there will be receipts of payment. Because, when you pay money, the family or whoever sells to you is supposed to issue you a receipt showing that you have paid money consideration for the title that is about to be transferred to you or the title that has now been transferred to you. And this applies both ways, either to the buyer and now the seller. So either the sales partner is asking, oh, you that you want to sell the land, do you have receipts to this property? Or the person that is buying the land, when you buy the land, you're supposed to also ask for a receipt to show that, oh, I have paid so and so for this property, and this is a proof of that payment. Now, and then the last one is certificate of occupancy or governor's consent or a grant, a deed of grant. So now all these apply when you have gotten a deed of assignment and you have now gone further to register it with the government. So now, if you bought from a family and there has never been any transfer of title before, you are the first transfer of title on that property, you would have to register that interest with the government. And that's when you get a COO, certificate of occupancy. Now, when they have sold to people before and they have registered the first certificate of occupancy on that land, what you just need to get is a governor's consent. For example, buying from Land Republic. Land Republic has COO on some of their properties. And in fact, for every other property, we're already running processes on that. But the point is there's already an existing title on that property. So what you're going to be doing when you go and register your own deed of assignment is getting a governor's consent. So the interest has been transferred to somebody before, but now you are getting out of that interest. So you are getting the governor's consent for that transfer of title. Deed of grant is an entirely different one. It applies to houses that already have certificate of occupancy, it has governor's consent, and then there's now a further purchase on that property. Okay, so I've basically spoken about the documents that are needed for you to carry out your due diligence. Now, there's also the part of research on the person that is selling to you or your agent. As much as it is important for you to, invest in real estate and all of that, Dr. Victor will always say that in real estate, you don't buy land, you actually buy people. You have to believe in a person, you have to trust a person, you have to, be able to vouch for a person and say, I trust this person with my money, or I trust this person with the ability not to lead me astray. So if you are trusting somebody, don't just trust somebody because it's your family, is a friend, because this is business and people will do anything for money. So go the extra mile and check out your agent. Go to their social media pages. Make sure that it is not that it was a week before they reached out to you or 2 days before they reached out to you, they just started posting about real estate, or you just created accounts, change name and all of that. They could be scams. There are scams everywhere, and that's the purpose of this training, so that you don't fall victim of scams. As much as you trust people, people can disappoint you, people can pretend. So yes, please go and verify records, track records, and find reputable sales agents. Okay, I've already said before, you also need to visit the property. Also, take note that the fact that you have visited a property and it belongs to the owner necessarily does not have to be the scam. In fact, you can buy a property that is a wasteland or is a useless place. For example, buying a swampy area that cannot be built on, or is going to, maybe for the purpose you want to, assuming you want to farm, and then you buy a swampy land. It is going to be very difficult for you if that swampy land is not a loamy soil. If it is just a sinking, place, it's going to be very useless to you. And as such, you've been scammed because you can't use the land for the purpose for which you intended to use it. Then finally, you need to understand too good to be true deals. So now we have situations where somebody comes to tell you that, oh, I have a property in Ekpe and it's selling for 500,000. You are awake and you can see the prices of things in Ekpe right now. In fact, you can see the prices of things in Lagos. In fact, you hardly see any property in Ibadan in a prominent place or for 500,000. And you now want to buy a plot of land in Ekpe for 500,000. If it's too good to be true, maybe it is actually not true. In fact, most likely it is not true. Don't fall for too good to be true options. They've taken you there, you visited the place, but it's only you that is going. The person does not have company, the person does not have anything. It's just, oh, it's my brother's land. He wants to sell it in distress. For 500,000 in Ekpe, that seems very unreasonable. So you have to be very careful that you don't fall victim of scam simply because you're looking for cheap options. Okay, in conclusion, I'll be wrapping up to say that remember that you have to be very careful and you need to seek legal advice. Now, not everybody has a lawyer, but you're supposed to have a lawyer. But you need somebody that is going to watch your back. Just ask questions. Oh, please, I'm trying to get a property in Ekpe, for example. I understand that government has been doing this, please, what are the things I need to ask for? Who are the people I need to see? Where will I find document on this thing? Where will I go? Go to land registry, go to this. You need to ask questions. You need to be very careful. Don't just assume that, oh, because it's a put together company, is a nice sales agent, the person has been communicating with you well, the person is not a scam. I mean, there are a lot of people on Instagram that have been scammed. What I ordered versus what I got. My boy a wig, by the time they delivered it, it was something else, So these people they would appear true, but they might not be true. So please ask questions, seek legal advice, and be very careful. Thank you very much.
Wow, oh wow. Thank you so much, Oluwatomisin. Let's give her a round of applause wherever we are. Thank you so much. That's very deep. I learned so many things personally. And I believe every one of us that are here from today, for those that do not know, please don't go and buy land for 500,000 naira at Ekpe. Take your money and run away. So thank you so much, Oluwatomisin. So right about now, we're going to be bringing up the next speaker, Esosa Atengwe. We are so happy to have you. The floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Eriolua. Good evening, everyone. Please confirm you can hear me loud and clear. Can everybody hear me, please?
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So Tomisin has said a lot, and I'm so happy that she was brought here to talk about from the legal angle. I mean, there's some things that a lot of things that she even said that I wouldn't have said. So I'm glad that she was here to trash the part out, and we are now very, very educated. So now let me come from the angle of a salesperson to salesperson. Now, when it comes to land scams, right? If a client gets scammed, or if somebody that is not into real estate, that's not a seller, that is not a realtor, gets scammed, they could they get very grieved and they just want their money back, or it could just make them say they don't want to invest in real estate anymore. We've had so many scenarios of that. A client saying, "Oh, I got scammed, and since then I don't want to do anything real estate in Nigeria." But if you are now the realtor that was involved in the scam, like you didn't know, right? You just plugged a client to a property, and then the issues arose, and then you're in deep shit. Land scams could really put a realtor in so much trouble, and you don't want this for yourself. You don't want to taint your name. You don't want to taint your reputation. So how can you, a realtor, ensure that you are plugging your clients to properties that will not put them into despair, and that you yourself, your reputation is still clean and clear? Tomisi mentioned you having a lawyer, you asking for legal advice, yes, and all of that. Please hold that in your right hand, right? Now, let me show you another way that Land Republic has come up with that can really, really help to ease that process, right? Ease the process so much. And there's even a bonus for any realtor listening in here right now. I can even help you to use this tool more, so that you will not get into the trouble of selling a land that has issues, because we know that most realtors sell for multiple companies. And yes, as much as you want to make so much money, I believe that you should also be as interested in being very, very careful with the properties that you sell. A number of you might have heard about this tool I want to talk about, but for those who have not really heard about it, or for those who have heard about it but have not really explored it, I'll be showing you this right about now. So I'll be sharing my screen right now. Please confirm that you can see my screen.
We can see your screen.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So how did I get here? Right, let's do it again. www.landrepublic. Typing it again so that you can see it. landrepublic.co/chart. We go. Voila. Can you guys see this tool? We have a tool in Land Republic that you can use to verify properties before you sell any property. You can come here and check. Now, you must not, because it's not a free tool. It's about 30,000 that we get there to utilize this tool. So you must not be the one to incur. You can just let your clients know that, look at the prevalence of land scams, especially lands in Lagos, right? There's a lot of videos flying around, people saying, oh, their property was demolished, they bought it so time ago, and the government just came. I mean, all these things can be avoided if people just verify land status. Nobody mentioned a couple of things. You have land that is not encumbered. They're just different of status of properties that you just really need to verify. This property, is it government does government have plan for it, right? Is it freehold property? It's when you verify properties that you will know. So you don't have to take on the cost for yourself. Tell your clients, I just want to be very sure. I want to keep you safe. In fact, they will appreciate the fact that you want to keep them safe. So you can just tell them that there's a particular tool that we can use to verify that this deal that I want you to really key into is completely safe for you. And it eliminates the process of you going through, process of getting a lawyer, paying a lawyer, getting a surveyor, all those processes. But you can just come here and just chat the property, enter the survey details of the property, and after a couple of hours or days, right, you get the feedback on the property. You can write it down, www.landrepublic/chart.co/chart. You can get to this tool and you check. right? Discover the status and gather comprehensive information on Nigerian lands effortlessly. Explore the ease of accessing government registries through our land charting service. So you can come here and say, get started. So when you click on get started, it takes you to the page where you can input your name, your address, your phone number, and the total amount is 32,432 naira, that's plus charges. And then you pay, and then you get all the details. So when you do this, right, it will send you a message to get the coordinates of the property of the survey plan, and you need to ensure that your WhatsApp line, right, is what you are using, so that once we are texting you to get the coordinates, it's a very easy communication and everything is smooth and easy. Let's go back again to this. Okay. So you can see that we have these services in Lagos, in Oyo State, in Abuja, in Benin, and in Ogun State, these 5 cities. So if you are selling a property in Lagos, in Oyo, in Benin, let me accept this person. Sorry, guys. So if you're selling a property in Lagos, in Oyo, in Abuja, in Benin, or in Ogun State, you can just come here and check. Remember, I said you don't have to incur that cost, right? Let your clients know. Communicate to your clients that I would really like to keep you safe, right? And then there's a very easy way that you can get to know the status of a land, so that to avoid stories that touch. And tell them that it's just 30,000 plus charges, 32,000, and they can get to know if they can, yes, go ahead to buy a property. You discover if the land or property has already been taken or it is available. You know the status, and you even get other information. So you see what we help you do away with. You don't have to have excessive calls, lawyers, surveyors. This is just a very automated response, right? You can check the details about the property, and we help you determine whether it is free or it's encumbered. Then you still even have our 24 hours information desk. Like after you get the report, right, we'll still follow up with you to know if that's all the detail that you need about the property. And then finally, this is coming very soon. You can request our recommendation on a way forward. Say maybe you chart a property and it is saying that, oh, this land is encumbered. You can still request our recommendation. I can tell you the way forward based on an information that you received about the property. So please come to this tool and use it. I promise you, it will save you a whole lot of stress as a realtor. Just very easy. Even if you're a realtor that is just starting out, 30K is not too much for somebody that wants to buy a property of 500K, of 1 million, of 2 million. Why not use that 30K to avoid issues that will cost you tears after spending so many years or thinking that you have a land and then it's nowhere to be found because you bought an encumbered property. Before I round off, this is the bonus I want to give to you guys. And this is courtesy Land Republic, of course. And if you're selling for Land Republic, you don't know how lucky you are. So if you are able to get your clients to use our land charting service, say 4 times, right? The 5th time is on us. The 5th time, Land Republic will give you that for free. Can somebody hear me? If your clients use our land charting service for 4 times, right? You get your client to chart properties 4 times in a month, right? The 5th time is going to be free of charge. That is so amazing. We want to keep you safe, and this is just what you need, right? Especially if you're starting at realtor. This is just what you need to help you ensure that you don't fall into deep shit. You can sell for different companies as you want. Of course, you want to make more money. You want to sell properties that other companies do not have, right? Yes, of course. Why not? But make sure that you are being safe, because that is when you can have a very successful career as a realtor. So here I take a bow and I tell you guys, thank you so much for listening. And if you have questions, I'm sure that we'll get to the question and answer part. So Eriolua, over to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Esosa. We're grateful for your teaching, solid teaching. Thank you so much. And I'm so happy that she emphasized on the importance of land charting by Land Republic, where you get to verify the authenticity and legal status of the properties you have. Thank you so much. And let me add this, that the Land Republic's land charting service covers properties in Ibadan, Lagos, at Ogun State, Abuja, and Benin. Thank you so much, Esosa. We're grateful. And to our very own CEO of Land Republic, Dr. Victor Adegile, let us give him a round of applause as we welcome him. Thank you so much, Dr. Victor.
All right. Thank you, Eri Olua. Thank you, Esosa Tengweye. Thank you, Oluwatomisin Adegoke, for the great presentation so far. So I'm not going to take much of our time. I mean, they both done justice to the topic. And if you have been picking, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to, for those people that joined very late, I'm just going to rephrase, or let me just put the point they said. I'm going to put it in 5 different points. You understand what I'm saying? So for people that are just joining, you can pick 1 or 2 things. Understand? We have just a few minutes left on this call. So first off, Tomisin spoke about doing your due diligence. And one of the first due diligence you want to do, if you are going to buy from maybe a company or anything, is first go and check if they are registered with CAC. You understand what I'm saying? Corporate Affairs Commission of Nigeria, like go and check if they are registered with the Corporate Affairs Commission. Like, is their company registered? When did they even start business? Who are the directors? You understand? Are they active? Go and check. There was one time that someone wanted to buy land in Land Republic, and I think it was very like sometime last year or so. Yeah. And funny how we've not really like reactivated our, I think there is always a New Year subscription. And this person reached out, was like, he sent me a message on IG. It was like, doctor, I saw that your Land Republic is not active. You might want to pay attention to that. Immediately I reached out to our compliance team and said, what happened? Why have you guys not? They said they've been on it, and in 2 weeks' time it's going to reflect. And I was so impressed that investor, like a lot of people don't do that. They don't even check the company out. Do you understand what I'm saying? They just maybe it's fine. Yeah, it's Tunde that is referring this company to me, I believe. But beyond that, check the company out. What's the antecedents? You understand what I'm saying? So visit the Corporate Affairs Commission website. It's very free. I think it's free. You will see the details. They make some details the public for free. You understand? Confirm if the company is legit. Number 2, Tomisin already spoke extensively on that, which is confirm if the land is registered with the government and is free. Sosa spoke on how you can check. With just 30,000 naira, Land Republic has made this thing very easy for you. So you just go to our website, Land Charting website, input the details from the survey that you get, or the survey you got from the company, or if it is an individual landowner, input it there. We have our team to help you do the background check, and we'll give you a report if it is free, if it is committed, if it is. There was one time that there is this creator, because on my contact list on my WhatsApp, I happen to have some creators on my list, and I see the properties they are pushing. I will just be smiling. So there was this time around, one of my bonds was pushing a particular property. I said, have you checked this property? They said it's free. I said, who said it's free? I know this area, this particular area in Epe is always acquisition. I can bet anything. I'm not a gambler. I'm just saying. Like I said, go and I will pay a surveyor for you. Give the surveyor the coordinates for this particular property. I'm very sure it's going to. This is something I've been doing for many years now. I know these areas. You understand? And by the time, thank God the guy listened. By the time he came back, he was just praying for me. Say, thank you, Victor. Thank you. God bless you. So you don't imagine if you had sold like 50 plots, or imagine if even him himself have invested in that particular property. It's gonna be crazy. There was one time in Epe that people already bought land, like all this 1.5 million naira land. Let them talk sharp, but it brings me to my next point. If something is too good to be true, run away from it. Do you understand? Like you are seeing some people selling land for like 8 million. And now the same location, one person is telling you to come and pay 1.6 million, get buy one land, get 2 plots free. And you think you are smart. You are trying to, buy just one land and getting 2 plots. That makes it 3 plots. You are doing yourself, because land is not biscuits. You understand what I'm saying? This is a real value. I'm not saying people that do that, I'm not saying they are scam. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying that you need to be very, very careful. For us as a company, we know what it takes us to acquire some of these properties. So that's why you never see us do all this buy one get one free. So it's not Guru and Nepal we are selling there. It's land. Do you understand? So be very, very careful. When the offer is too good to be true, run away. Do you understand what I'm saying? Run. Please run. I was telling some people that time, to some realtors, I think sometimes like last year or 2 years, they were not listening to me. And what happened? The military came to collect all those estates in that area. In fact, there was one time that some people were even trying to let me share this story. You understand? Like, it was a very embarrassing story. I've shared with the people in house before, like the Land Republic staff. Very embarrassing story. How soldiers embarrassed most of these companies later on because people were not ready to pay attention to all these things. They are always looking for get one, buy one, get two free. Please. My next question is, if you are going to be buying from probably like Comunile, or you are trying to even if it is a normal real estate company, no matter the land you are buying, Olamide, please mute your mic. No matter the land you are buying, there's something out. Please, who is Olamide? Olamide, please mute your mic. If you are not talking, mute your mic. Thank you. So no matter like who you are buying from, please do what they call traditional investigation. If you don't have money, like people like us, in Land Republic, we have private investigators. We hire policemen, we hire so many different security agencies to go and do background checks on whoever we are buying properties from. You understand what I'm saying? But you might not be able to afford those fees because they become very expensive. You can do traditional investigation. Go to the area of the land, walk around, ask questions around the same way Tony said to ask around. There was a client of mine, I think like 4 years ago, 5 years ago. He wanted to buy land, and that land, I think they wanted to sell it for 6 million. And the woman that was selling corn opposite said, they came the first day. The second day that those guys were going to buy land, the woman called them and said, I noticed that, please, so I like minding my business, but I noticed that some people have been coming to this land. Like, this is like the second time now. Do you want to buy this land? They say yes. Say, these people that are bringing you to this land, they are not the owner of this land. They are not the owner. Be careful. And that was what the client needed to hear. Immediately he called me and said, Victor, please, I thank God just saved us from one chance right now. We're about to buy 4 plots of land in so location, and it was a very good offer until someone called their attention to it that it was a very bad, like the people that were involved in those transactions were not genuine. And he called me and said, do you have any land that is available and all that they can quickly invest in? And that was it. Their money would have gone, it would have turned to audio land. So please be very, very careful. People, I know how a lot of things have happened in this industry where they will go and meet people in the house, they will rent shortlets, put their family pictures on the wall. You will get back, you will not see anything, you will realize that it's shortlets. Do you understand? Please, even if you go and meet someone at home, like all these apartments, ask the gatesman or anybody you know, is this place a shortlet? Is this person, how long has this person been staying here? Those questions, they can save you a lot of money. I know someone that is in a battle of 60 million naira like this because of what this wrong decision. Like the person that scammed him went to put fake family picture inside shortlets. Very crazy. People can do anything to make money in this country. So you have to be very, very smart and be very cautious. So the next one I want to talk about, which is my second to the last point, is don't rush to pay any money. Do you understand what I'm saying? Don't rush at all. No matter how they market the property to you, Don't rush as an investor. Take your time. Do you understand? If you are a spiritual person like me, you can pray about it too. You get what I'm saying? Don't rush. There was a time that uh, I was going to invest in a property. I think it was earlier this year. It's a lot of money. And the people, the agents involved, everybody, they kept calling me, oh, Dr. Victor, another person wants to buy land. And so let's if another person wants to buy, let them buy it. That has not finished, you understand? But like I need to take my time. This is a lot of money. Let my people get back to me, my team, everything, let them get back to me. You will not believe that I think it was the second week. I just got a call from nowhere that, hello, this is the Olori Ebi of this family and all. We heard that you are interested in a particular land. I said yes. Said don't buy it. We didn't sell the land to this particular person. The agreement we had 6 years ago was just for him to help us clear. If he clears for us, we give him like 3 plots or something. I mean, this guy was claiming that he had tens of acres, and the family was telling me that what they even the agreement they have with him is not even. And the guy even sent document. You know the craziest part? This man sent document as if it was a deed of assignment. What just saved us that time was patience. Do you understand? So please don't rush at all. No matter how crazy the offer is, calm down. This is a lot of money. This is people's life investments you are dealing with, and all. It can even be your investment you are doing. So take your time. And my last point is this: why maybe after you have done your due diligence, you've confirmed that, oh, the land is free from government acquisition. You've confirmed that the government it's a title document. You've confirmed that there's peace on the land. The family that is selling the land, there is peace among them. Do you understand? Like, don't pay cash no matter what. Some people say, I don't use bank account. I don't something. No, please do transfer. No matter the excuse, no matter how genuine their excuse is, do transfer. And while you are doing that transfer, put narration in it. My 2 plot of land, my 5 plot of land, paid to so chloroquine. If it is installment, my first installment. If it is second, put narration there. That thing can save you in the future. Do you understand what I'm saying? We just have like 10 minutes for the end of this class, and I think I'm going to give room for question. That will be all for tonight. Eriolu, over to you. I hope you all go value.
Thank you so much, Dr. Victor. We so much appreciate you. Your knowledge will not reduce in Jesus' name. And we learned so much from you, some of which, if something is too good to be true, run away from it. And do not rush to pay anyone. If it's necessary, pray about it to be very sure before you before you pay, and always do transfer. Don't give cash so they not tell you they did not see your money. And make sure you always put narration to be paid, the date you paid, and so on and so forth. Thank you so much, sir. We appreciate you. Now, I know so many of us have been here, we've been learning so much, and I must confess, this has been an eye-opening webinar. Now it's your turn. Do you have any question that is running through your mind? Do you want to ask questions? Please drop it in the chat, or if possible, you can unmute yourself so you'll be able to ask your question. The floor is open, and we have experts in real estate here ready to answer you. Don't be shy. Everyone here, we are all here to learn and have a good time. So yeah. Any questions? Okay, yes. Ayodeji, you can speak, please.
Can you hear me, please?
Yes, we can. Good evening.
Thank you so much. Good evening, ma'am. Thank you so much, Dr. Victor. Thank you so much, SSR. Thank you so much, our lawyer also. So I have a question, and the question is, for a client that is doing land banking, that is trying to like sell up the land in, let's say, few years, is there need for the client to register with the government? I mean, to do a government registration, or he can just stick with the documents he got from the company. So that's my question.
Okay, thank you so much, Ayodeji. Esusa, please could you help us to answer that question?
I think Tomise is best person to take this question. Let Tomise take it.
All right,
Okay.
thank you. So, what it means for you to get a property and not register a property is what they call a deficit. What it means is that you have that land, but it cannot bring money for you. Especially for somebody you're saying that is using it for land banking. Now, when you want to resell to another person, you will still incur that same cost. Because for it to be a valid transfer, you have to have title to be able to give to the person. So I think that why you might not be rushing to register because it's not as if you want to use it for any personal use, you are supposed to register the land before you can validly sell. In fact, since you want to use that land for land banking, that means that that land can serve as a mortgage collateral. But it will not be valid if it is not even registered. The banks or financial institutions are not going to give you the opportunity to use that property as a mortgage or a collateral for a mortgage or a loan if it is not registered. So if the investor is a land banker, it is advised that they register the property.
Okay, thank you so much, Tomise. Yes, the next person, Njideka. The floor is yours.
Can you hear me? Good evening.
Good evening. Yes,
Hello?
we can.
Okay. If, for example, I want to get a land from probably a real estate agent, is it necessary for me to involve a surveyor to really go to the maybe to the ministry to know if exactly the land is a genuine land? And then what are the documents that they need to present to me when I eventually get the land? Two questions are here. I have asked two questions. One, going to a land surveyor, others going to lands of Ministry of Lands or involving a surveyor, is it necessary? And then the documents that are supposed to be tendered to me on purchase of a land.
All
Those
right,
are my
so
questions.
let me answer. Thank you, Ms. Njideka. So let me answer that question. I don't know if the barrister will have an answer, but like, number one, two people that you must take along anytime we are doing transaction is your lawyer and your surveyor, no matter the amount, because your lawyer will help you verify the validity of your documents, while the surveyor will help you even check if it is free from government acquisition, and also even help you confirm the size. Sometimes you might think they will tell you that this thing is, there was a time that I wanted to buy a plot. I think that's not in Abramade Sonia. I was going to invest there, and this man was like, oh, he was selling 4 plots. Do you understand? Maybe he didn't know that this is something I've been doing like over the years. I'm good at what I do. He thought he was just selling to a random investor. Guess what? He was telling his agent, even all his agent, they believed that he was selling 4 plots. But just seeing the survey, I knew that this thing is just 2 plots. They kept arguing with me that it's 4 plots, it's something, it's 4 plots. I said, this is something I do. I said, okay, you know what? I will call my surveyor on this live call. I'm going to smack the survey to him, and he will confirm. You let everybody hear what he's going to say. When the surveyor called, he said that this thing is 2 plots. They were shocked. And at that point, I knew what must have happened. What happened at that time was that the man might not even be trying to scam me. You understand? Genuinely, my belief, he had 4 plots. But what happened then was that probably we bought that property without bringing a surveyor on board, and they just told him that the property is so square meter, and he believed that it's so square meter. But imagine if he had a surveyor, and the surveyor was, let's say, like the surveyor is very good at his job and genuine. The man would have confirmed that, oh, sir, what you are buying, what you wrote, what they told you is 4 plots, but this is actually 2 plots. And there's a way people can sell 2 plots to 4. So if, for example, now, if the land was, let's say, 600 square meter each, they can say, oh, they can sell, that's 1,200 square meter, right? They can sell 300 square meter in 4 places for the person and call it 4 plots. Do you understand? That's why you need to bring experienced professional on board. Do you understand? So if you can't afford one, or you feel like it's so you can reach out to us at Land Republic. Although we'll charge to, but we'll make sure you don't walk in blind. You don't invest blindly. Have I answered your question, man?
Njideka, has your question be answered?
Okay, yeah. So that mean in essence, going with a surveyor is important.
Okay, let me just add something for you, Njideka. So, yes, Dr. Victor has already said you need to go with a lawyer and, a surveyor. But like Esosa said earlier, we also have a platform called Land Chatting that you can use to verify your properties. You don't necessarily have to go to a surveyor yourself. We have been able to bridge that gap for you. Now, that's one part of it. The other part, you asked for the documents you will get when you purchase a property. Yeah, so the first thing you're going to get at the moment when you make any form of payment is a contract of sale. You must get a contract of sale. It's either called a contract of sale or a sale of agreement. So you get that first. Then when your money is completed, you get a deed of assignment, which is the actual transfer of title documents. Aside from your deed of assignment, you will get a survey, or you would have to, depending on the kind of company it is, you either get a survey from the company if it is a service the company offers, and if it is not, you would have to get a surveyor to get a survey on the property. You would also get receipts of payments. Those are the very basic and primary things. But in Land Republic, for example, we would also give you things like allocation letters to show that, oh, we have allocated this property to this person. The property is known as so. And so we would also give you a provisional survey, except it's a property that you pay for a registered survey for. Yes, thank you.
All right, thank
Okay,
you so
the
much
land
to me.
The land chart you're talking about. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes,
The
we
land
can hear
chart
you.
Yes.
Land chart, is it only for your land, your own real estate company, or is nationwide?
Okay, so the land charting service applies to 5 states currently. It is not for just Land Republic. Any land in Lagos State, Ogun State, Oyo State, Edo State, and one last state, I can't remember, but we currently operate in 5 states right now.
Abuja.
Okay.
And Abuja, thank you very much.
Okay.
All right, thank you so much, Njideka. There is a question in the chat box, and I'll be asking by the property man. Is asking if a land is bought from real estate company like Land Republic, is it a must to register? So that's his question.
Yes, you must register your land. Either you buy it from family, you buy it from a single individual, you buy it from a real estate company, or even if it is even government allocation, you must register your land. The reason why you are registering is not because you just want to go and pay levies to the government. It is because the title of the document has to change to your name. That is the proof that it is now your property.
All right, thank you so much to Miss Singh for that answer. Khadija
modalities
has a
involved
question to ask.
in land bank.
So Khadija, please go ahead.
Hey, good evening, everyone. Thank you for the highly impactful my friend asked me this question recently, and I feel like I need like experts like opinion and expert advice on this. So he said his mom transferred some lands to him, and then the land I think she inherited it from her father. That's never been registered. He has no title, no document, nothing. So like what documents and titles does he need to get on that land?
Okay, you said
Can you hear me?
yes, we can hear you. So Khadija, I feel like you need to probably reach out to me after this call because this is confidential information. But just for general knowledge sake, um, however the title was transferred to him from his father, mother, or anybody, there has to be a source. Either the father bought it from somebody, either it is a family land, there has to be a source. So now the reason why you are bringing a lawyer on board is because you need to trace that source. Now, if we have been able to trace the source and say it is a communal land or a, traditional ownership that's been passed down from generation to generation, the way to now create a legal document on that title is that he will need a deed of gift from his parents to him. But I mean, we need to confirm the source of ownership first, and then we can go on from there.
Okay, thank you very much. So how can I reach
Okay,
out to you? Where can I get your number?
Yeah, you can just get my mail
Sorry, I didn't hear
from
what you said.
the moderator after the event, or you can just ask around from sales partners. I will drop my email on the chat box.
Okay, no problem.
all right. Thank you so much, Tomise. The next question here by Ojubanire Tope is asking, or she is asking, can Land Republic's legal team help with the registration? And more also, if you decide to do the registration yourself, what is the procedure or how rigorous is it?
Yes, Land
Well,
Republic can help you with registration of your documents. It is a paid service, but yes, we can help you with that. Also, you can do it yourself. You would have to get to the land registry of wherever the property is situated and ask for directions and payments.
All right. Thank you so much, Tomisi. Any other question, please?
so can I ask?
Yes,
Hello?
please go ahead. Please go ahead.
Okay, like what are the modalities involved if one wants to one is interested in land banking?
Your question is,
Land
what are the
bank,
modalities involved if one wants to venture into land banking?
yes.
All right.
So, sir,
Hello, I
can you
have
answer that?
something.
All right. Hello, Njideka. So you said what are the
Yeah.
modalities involved if one is venturing into land banking? Okay, if you want to
Oh
go
yeah.
into, are you saying something?
No, I can hear you.
Okay, so if you want to go into land banking, I mean, it's very easy. Land banking just means that you are buying land and you are making it into a bank. It means you are just buying land to keep it for a while, then sell it off. So depending on what you presently have, how much you presently have, right, you can decide to start from whatever budget you have presently, and then you keep buying your way higher and higher and higher. So the point is just creating a form of money making machine, let me put it that way, with just buying land and keeping. So for land banking, most people do land banking in areas in which are not very developed because one, the prices are always lesser than very developed areas. So it's just very easy. No particular modality. You see a land, you are sure of the land status. That's very important. And then you go ahead to start paying for the land. The company will definitely have a payment, but like when you Land Republic now, have a payment plan. You can spread payment for up to 6 months for most of our properties without interest. So that's just it. And there you own your land banking property. Does that answer your question, please, Njideka?
Please, I have
Njideka,
a
you
question
there?
too.
Njideka, is your question answered, please?
No, not really. My
Okay,
what,
please ask again.
what
Ask again, or ask more precisely so I'll know what you're asking.
okay. Do I need to go and meet a community leaders or a chief, or just partner with a real estate agent or buy from a real estate agent and resell? Where do I start from? Who do I meet? Who are the people involved when it comes to large and like expanse of land like that, like investing in
Oh, you are
large?
talking about
uh,
large expanse of land, like in hectares or in acres.
Yeah.
Okay, this particular question, let me see. I would say you can meet a company to buy from a company. Of course, companies would always have properties that you can buy from. Now, if you're buying from community, that's an entire ball game. That's totally different, right? But I would just say that you can buy from a community, you can buy from a company. We have properties in the Land Republic that you can buy for land banking in as many acres as you want to buy. But just know that depending on where you buy, some things are already like sorted for you to an extent. Like documentation, like what Tomisin explained earlier, right? Some documents are already sorted for you when you buy from a company, because we would have gone further to do some documentation process, right? And then also you'll be buying land in a more secure area and you are even sure of what you are buying. So except you want to go and be doing the entire due diligence yourself, I would say that you should buy from a company. A company would always have acres of land. We do at Land Republic that you can buy, right? And you can buy for less. This is land banking. Has that answered your question now?
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Thank
Right.
you.
Thank you
I
so
have
much,
a question
Esosa,
too,
for
ma'am.
that.
One question
Okay.
that you skipped. I'm seeing one question that was skipped in the comments. I mean, this, yes, in the comments, Eri.
Okay. There's one question from Ayodeji. Can Land Republic's team help with registration? I think Tomisi answered that.
The one I'm saying is,
Yeah.
if the land is bought from Land Republic, is it a must to register? Tomisi answer that.
Yes, she answered it. She said you must. I think she answered
All right.
it.
Yes, so let me
So,
just answer again in case, sorry, Eri, let me just answer again in case anybody missed out that answer. So while we have done our due diligence to make sure that your land is true and genuine, you still have the responsibility of registering your land. No matter who you buy the land from, you still need to register your land.
right. Thank you so much, Tomisi, for that. There's a question
Eri,
in the chat.
sorry. Eri, let me chip in
Okay.
something. Tomisi, I think you should really explain that register your land for some people that might not really understand. Can we do that?
Okay, that's fine. So what I mean by registering your land is that now once you have finished payments, you will get documents, as I have earlier said. Now, if you go through your document on the last page of your deed of assignment, you will see a page that has for the governor of so state. That's the state where the property is situated. Now, that portion of that document is supposed to be signed and stamped by the governor of the state through the land registry where the land is situated. So now when I say go and register your land or your document, what I mean is that you have to take that document to the land registry in whatever state that property is situated. They would ask you for some certain documents. They will ask you to make payments, and then they will process the registration of that document for you to get governor's consent for that sale, to make it a valid sale, to make it known to the government that, oh, Land Republic has sold one plot of land to Miss Njideka or Esosa Atemgwewe, just to bring it to the knowledge of the government and officially have it in book. In fact, it is usually published in newspapers. Once it is approved, they publish it in the Federal Gazette such that anybody from anywhere can just go to any land registry and say, oh, I have the registration number of so and so property. Please, I want to confirm if there's any encumbrance on the land or if this land belongs to this person. And they will bring out the track record for you. But if you don't record it, the government is not even going to know that you have any land anywhere. Government is only going to know Land Republic because only Land Republic registered their land. All right.
Okay.
All right, thank you so much, Tumisi, for that. Now to the next question in the chat box from Oluwarotimi Ajayi. The person is asking, for the land charting platform, does it just show the authenticity of the land, or it also shows major intricacies about the land, whether it's a wasteland or not?
So for the land charting, majorly it shows if it is committed, if it is free from acquisition or not. We'll give you we'll give you a professional report on, oh, based on this report, you can go ahead and all. But if you now want the major, like if you want us to do like a private investigation on that land, like you want us to send our acquisition team down to that land, that involves like another extra fee because we are going to be involved like with a lot of professionals, you understand, like, and they have to be physically involved, like they have to go to the land. So that one you can reach out to us behind the scene. You can send us a mail at support@Land Republic. We will definitely take it up. I've seen another question here that says, with a proper transfer of ownership in the case of family land, if the family suddenly claims to reclaim or revoke the land, how do you fight through? There's no, but they did not collect money. They collected money now, so they can't. Even if that's why it is very important that when you are signing documents, see, it happens, right? I'm not going to dispute that it happens, and that's why it's the best thing you can do as an investor is to go through legit real estate companies. Believe me, you don't want to be fighting families. This conversation is not, we are just where the topic is very broad. That's why we are even bringing families up, like into this conversation. Believe me, it's better to just avoid dealing with families. They will frustrate you. And you know what? You don't have the resources, you don't have the power, you don't have the networks to fight them. Do you understand? So I will just advise you to save yourself unnecessary headache. Go and buy from real estate companies. Come and buy from Land Republic. Let me just put it like that. It will save you a lot of troubles because the money you will spend fighting this family will even be more than the money that you would have just paid for real estate company. Do you understand what I'm saying? So in this case now, imagine if you bought from Land Republic like that, it's Land doesn't concerns Land Republic that will be fighting the battle. And that's why we take our time to actually like invest in all this property, because we understand that people can move mad at any time. Nigerians, when they see money, they can do anything. And but I won't be showing you some of the policies we put in place to avoid situations like this. You understand? It's our trade secrets. Let me just put it like that. So everyone.
All right, please let me just quickly add something to that. You have asked that when I was explaining registering your title on a property, and people have been asking that, is it compulsory even if I buy from Land Republic, if it's family, do I need to register? These are the reasons why. The government is not aware that any family gave you any property. And the way it happens in law is that it is first in time. So now what government knows is that this, in fact, if government goes for investigation, they probably will get there and they'll say that this family belongs to the Ayelangbe family. That is what the government knows. So you fighting it is going to be a serious battle, as Victor has said. So it's either you go through real estate companies, or as soon as you get this title, you go, and even for real estate companies, you still need to make sure that you register your documents.
Okay, thank you so much, Tumisi, for that. And is there any other question? Any other question? All right. Thank you so much, everyone. As we wrap up tonight, I want you to remember that knowledge is power, especially when it comes to avoiding land scams. We've learned so many things tonight, and I would want you to practicalize everything you have learned. We want to say a very big thank you to our very own CEO, Dr. Victor Adegbile. Thank you, Esosa, and thank you, Oluwa Tomisi. We are so grateful to have you teaching us tonight. And thank you to every one of you for tuning in tonight's webinar. You are officially part of the I Won't Get Scammed Club. So I want you to tell yourself tonight that I will not get scammed in Jesus' name. So yeah, don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms for tips and updates. If you have questions, don't reach out to us, just send us a DM on any of our social media platforms. And if you want to start your real estate company, you can head over to our website or just drop us a message. We are going to definitely send you a reply back as soon as possible. Let's keep the conversation going. Have an amazing night, everyone. And always remember, stay smart, stay safe, and do not forget, you can do very excellently well at real estate. Thank you so much, everyone, and good night. God bless you.
Thank you.